Yo, how's it going guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's review should be on a Thanos Hot Toys Endgame figure that I got on eBay for that much. So yeah, I think it was around like £170. That might be wrong, so yeah, I will put it on the screen. But it was pretty reasonably priced, and I know it's quite an old figure, but I was looking on the eBay bids and I put a cheeky bid in for the figure and I won it. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty reasonable price, and I quite like Thanos as a character, you know, so I thought it'd be quite a good figure to review. And I've heard really good things about the figure, and it's one of the figures apparently that's held up quite well, even though it's quite old. Like, it's aged quite well apparently in terms of like the face sculpt, and the armor's meant to be really cool. I don't think I got the battle damage one. I think I got the normal Thanos Endgame figure. I don't think it's the battle damage one. I can't quite remember, but yeah. So I did all this quite a while ago and it came and I completely forgot about it. So yeah, let's get into this and see what this looks like. Oh, that's a huge box. That's I think that's bigger than they normally are. I don't think the boxes are normally this big for these figures. This is huge. All right, so it's looking good, looking good. Let's get this off. What? God, it's really squeezed in there. Come on. Okay. All right, so I haven't taken it out yet, obviously, but that looks pretty awesome. Oh, look at the weapon. I have no idea what his weapon's called, but that looks pretty sick. All right. Oh, this is just like come off in the box. You can tell it's an old figure by the condition of the actual box it came in, but the box is kind of wrecked. And this has fallen off now, but oh well. What do you expect when you buy something which is 5 years old, you know, second hand? It's gonna be a bit messed up sometimes. No big deal. Okay. Also, I apologise if all you can hear is just loads of unpacking noises. I will try and mute it on the mic so it isn't unbearable. Oh, there we have it. Look at that beautiful facial expression. All right, let's get him out of the box. What a beautiful man. God, his teeth are so white. I really wish my teeth were that colour. And they're so straight as well. I didn't realise Thanos had such nice grills. Look at those. And in all seriousness, that face head sculpt doesn't look so good from the back, but that looks really nice. That is a very nice head sculpt. It's got quite cute little ears as well, Thanos. Alright, I'll stop being zesty Thanos and I'll put him down. Let's take a look what he comes with. That's a huge figure. That is ginormous. I was not expecting it to be so large. Oh, there is some marks on his damage on his hand there, but we'll look at that in a minute. Let's get the stuff out of the box. Alright, so that's everything from the box. Let's take a look what we've got here. Right, so we've got 2 head sculpt, one on his head and this one here. So you've got like the serious, angry Thanos giving those gems. And then you've got the neutral Thanos. Very nice. All right, so taking a look, see if I can take this off. This is pop off. Oh, look at that thick neck. Beautiful. Right, so taking a look at the two head sculpts. They look really good. Considering this is like a 5-6-year-old figure, they look very nice. I'd say they're very accurate to how, you know, Thanos looks. It's purple, check. Got that nice chin, check. Big old bald head, check. Cute ears, check. Scars on face, check. That's very nice. I think these are good head sculpts. Right, let's take a look what else it comes with. So we've got the two hands on the figure, and then we've got, how many more hands we got? We've got 2, 3, we've got 3 other sets of hands. So we've got these hands, pretty nice. The details on these I think are pretty good considering they're obviously large, you know, hands. I think they look pretty good. They're not overly detailed, but they're nice. And then we've got another set here. Very similar to the last, but it's got like a grabby thing going on. And then we've got the fists. And I'm guessing this will be for holding the big old weapon. Very nice. Nice, and then we've got his gauntlets as well. That looks really good. Don't know how that picks up on the camera, but look at that, with all the gems in it. That is beautiful. Oh, that thumb seems a bit suspicious. Okay, it's alright, it's just a bit stiff. Should be fine. Very nice, these are cool. Alright, and then we've got his helmet. Let's pop that on there. That looks cool. That's really good. Alright, let's put that on his head. Alright, so there he is. With the helmet on. Let's get this out and have a look at this, because this looks awesome. It's like his dual blade, you know? I don't actually know the name of this, but that looks very nice. Oh, that's really nice. It's quite detailed, and it's very large as well. I mean, look at that. It's essentially the size of Thanos. So his blade is like, I think Thanos is meant to be like 7 foot or something. I don't know his exact height, but he's a big lad. And that is essentially the same size as the man himself. So it's pretty big. All right, see if that goes in his hands. All right, let's put that in there. How am I meant to get that in there? There's a bit of damage to that hand. That's the thing when you buy figures that are a little bit old, like this one's 5 years old. It's got some marks on it. I'm guessing these were the hands that were on the figure. You know, it's probably been dropped a few times or something, but it's not the end of the world. It wasn't expensive, so does not matter. All right, so I've just been spending like 10 minutes trying to get this hand into his weapon because it's so stiff. I just saw online, I just watched a video of someone doing it, and apparently it's really difficult. The guy had to like use a hairdryer to soften up the plastic so we could get this into the hand. So I mean, that kind of shows you how stiff some of these hands are. I've had this problem before as well in the past with some figures I've done. I remember the John Wick, you have to like really force the weapons and things into his hand. It almost feels like you're gonna like break the weapon or the hand trying to get it in place, but I will eventually do this. But I just can't believe how difficult it is to get this hand. And it is the right one, it's the one for to hold the blade. To get this to actually, you know, get it in there is just very difficult. There's 2 of them, which I could do it for, and it's just, I don't know why it's so difficult. Let's try again. But yeah, I've been doing this for like 6 minutes now. I've had to get a video up on my laptop because I just don't understand why it's such a struggle. All right, so there we have him with the blade. I think that's such a cool addition to the piece. And that head sculpt is so good. All right, let's get the base out and have a look. All right, here's the base, guys. Nothing too crazy base-wise. Oh, there's a bit of damage. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I think for considering it's 5 years old and this figure's obviously been in someone's cabinet or something, I think it's in pretty good condition. The base, I think it's all right. It's very Avenger-y. I mean, it fits the theme. It would be quite cool to have a base that was a bit more to his colours, because I don't really think the colourings of it are, I know there's purple in his skin and this is blue, but I don't think the colourings are like incredible on this. I wouldn't see this base and be like, whoa, that's the Thanos Avengers Endgame base. Like, it's okay. I'd give this like a 6 out of 10 as a base, you know? This looks a bit cheap as well. I think it's because the newer figures I've been doing reviews on recently, the bases have been really nice, and this is a little bit meh. So yeah, I think it's okay, it's decent. Oh, I quite like how that bit clips into there, that's kind of cool. I've not really seen that before with it, that kind of style, so that's quite nice, I guess. So yeah, the base is pretty good. So the actual quality of this piece, it's very plasticky and it's quite stiff. It's a very stiff, oh, hand just came off, ignore that. It's a very stiff figure. It'd be very difficult to pose this figure. Obviously that's because it's got the, you know, the battle armor on. I'm quite happy I went with the non-damaged battle armor because I think this looks really good. Look at that head. I think that looks really nice. It's a very heavy piece as well. The feet, what I like about the feet is it's very easy to keep him standing up. He doesn't fall over a lot, which is really handy with a figure of this weight and size. Because I've had it before with some of the other figures where I just put them down for a second to show something else, you know, and it just falls over. I can't remember what figure that happened with the other day, but some of them just keep falling over all the time. So I like the fact that his feet are very like movable and flexible, and the top part here comes up as well. So that really does help when it comes to posing. But yeah, overall it is a stiff figure, but I think the feet are very nicely done. Got some nice old boots on. All right, so I've been playing around with this figure now for the last 5 minutes. I don't think it's a figure I'd actually, if you were going to have this in a case in like your room or something on the side, I personally wouldn't actually use this stand. I just don't think it's anywhere near as good enough for the actual figure, and obviously the figure's huge and you'd have to put it in like his groin area, and I don't know, I wouldn't use the stand personally. I think this looks really good. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I've never seen this figure before. I think I might have seen it like a YouTube short where someone's showing off their Marvel collection, but I've not actually seen really the figure in any detail or, you know, in person. I think considering it is 5-6 years old, it's really, really impressive still. I mean, the armor looks great. It is extremely accurate to, you know, how Thanos looks in Endgame. It is a very well done figure in my opinion. I think it really does hold up well, considering that we're in 2025 now and this is, yeah, getting on a bit. For a 2019-2020 figure, the sword looks, the blade looks great, the dual blade looks great. I'm really impressed with the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt is really quite amazing. The other head sculpt is quite a vanilla head sculpt in terms of his expression. It would be good to have an expression where he's looking at Gamora and, you know, he's like, what did it cost? It cost me everything. And then his head looks all like, you know, sad and disappointed. Whereas this is a bit of a, considering how like good a look this is quite an underwhelming headpiece in my opinion. So yeah, it's really good overall, the figure, and the detail on it I think is really impressive, really nice. The Infinity gauntlets, one here and then you've got the one here as well. I think these are really nice, really, really well done. So I think they get a, you know, plus point as well. And then obviously you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 3 other sets of hands. So you get 4 sets of hands, and then you get these. So I guess, yeah, these are just the same hands. So you get 4 sets of hands, and you get the Infinity Gauntlet twice. So that's very nice. I think ratings wise, I would give this, I think I would give this, for what it cost me at that price, can't remember the exact figure, so there it is. I would give this a, I would give this a 9.2 out of 10. So if you're a big Marvel fan, or you're into collecting, you know, certain villains, I think this is a really, really nice piece to have. I'm a big fan of this. You know, he's got that menacing figure that he has in Endgame. It's a very, very like accurate piece in terms of his stature. And I'm not the biggest fan of the stand. And yeah, the weapon looks incredibly good. I really like the weapon. So yeah, a 9.2 I think is a really fair rating for this piece, all things considered. I probably won't keep this because I don't really have anything to do with it, like where to put it. I haven't got any other Marvel figures at the moment that I could, you know, have this with. So I probably won't keep it, but I am a massive fan of this, and yeah, I'd recommend this to anyone who is a Thanos or Marvel fan, because this is really, really impressive. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review and I haven't gone on for too long. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.